Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9 p.m. You're watching on live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Coming up, the airlines. The second day of the Derby of the North region, Tajora and Oboch. In Rwanda, the mandatory vaccination pass in public transport. Those were the top stories. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The activities of the second edition of the various sport competition that were held between the team from the northern regions continues as this tournament schedule include all the kinds of sports such as running, footballs and basketballs, in addition to other sports. The competition first began with the organization of the running race in the suburb located between Oboch region and the Markazi camp, where the head of Oboch region council, Mr. Mohammed Ismail, and the advisor of the governor of the region, Ahmed Mohammed Ali, supervised this competition. All age groups and gaps participate in this sporting organization, in addition to professionals from both regions. During these sporting events, other footballs, basketballs, and handball competition were held between the different teams from the northern region, which include the men and girls category. This important sporting event was launched by the Minister of State for Sport, Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamil, along with the organizer of this derby, the Mr. Mohammed Hamad, and the Governor of Oboch region and Tajora, Mr. Abdul Malik Mohammed Banoita and Hassan Dabali. In a speech of the head of the Oboch Youth Region, Mr. Musa Hassan, the Secretary of State in charge of the sport, presented a speech. In his speech to the governor of Oboch region, Abdul Malik Mohammed Banoita, on this occasion, he first expressed his thanks and gratitude to the Secretary of State in charge of sport, Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamil, for sponsoring this regional competition that was held among the modern region. Mr. Abdul Malik also congratulates the president of the regional council in Oboch for organizing this third derby in the history of these two regions, and express his happiness at the initiative of such an event. For his part, the Minister of State in charge of sport, Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamil, expressed his happiness to participate and sponsor this diverse sport tournament, which was initiated by the Regional Council in Oboch region. In his speech, he also welcomed this initiative to gather young people from these two northern regions in one competition in order to encourage the youth sport file, he said. The World Food Programme, in cooperation with the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, organized a ceremony dedicated to awarding certificates to young people who receive a training in logistics and transportation with the financial support from the United States Agency for Development operating in Djibouti. This program, which included the day before yesterday and which is part of the project to build a professional capacity for young people who left schools 2 years ago begin and include conducting training in the logistic and transport sector in Djibouti for the benefit of these young people. 400 students have already benefited from the courses provided by qualified teachers who were trained by specialized trainers in the transport and logistics sector. This training program in logistics and transport was also intended for young people living in the interior region and refugees. The closing ceremony of this training was attended by the representative of the World Food Program in Djibouti, the Secretary General of the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Abdullah Mahayoub, the Executive Secretary of the National Office for the Relief of Refugees, and the affiliate also the honors were also present in this the representative of the United States Agency for Development and senior personnel from the various concerned ministries. In a speech to the representative of the United States Agency for Development and the representative of the World Food Program, he said they touch the point on the effort of the two agencies in order to provide opportunities for the young people to meet the challenges of that will work. The representative of the United States Agency for International Development said. In a speech to the Secretary General of the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Mahayoub pointed out the importance of these training courses for the youth segment who have left the schools. He said that this is beneficial for both these training youth for Djibouti. Within the framework of the passage of 7 years from the establishment of comprehensive health insurance, the National Social Security Fund, in cooperation with the University of Djibouti, organized an event dedicated to the importance of comprehensive health insurance in the field of social solidarity at the university's branch located in Balbela. University, the students, professors, and university employees participate in this occasion. It is reports that the National Social Security Fund has been carrying out the mission of comprehensive health insurance since its official launch in the year 2014. Comprehensive health insurance is one of the most important political and social reforms initiated by His Excellency the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Guelleh. For more than 7 years, universal health insurance took care of the health of all Djiboutians in order to provide comprehensive medical coverage. Ali Malo Private Schools organize for the students an educational trip to the headquarters of Djibouti Coast Guard at the initiative of the Coast Guard Commander Colonel Wais Omar Bokhore. The students of the Ali Malo Private Schools receive a warm welcome from the High Command of Djibouti Coast Guard Foundation. The Coast Guard's personnel also welcome the organization of this educational trip for the benefit of students of these private schools. The students conducted an introductory tour of the various facilities of the Kasagad, starting from the senior administration to all other facilities. Those students had also interviewed with the various prominent figure in the institution who present them with their various assignment after the students went to Doral camp for Kasagad to train the personnel. They were also able to visit the units that makes up this camp. Then the visits continue, and they went to the central department of the Coast Guard, located uh, at these Coast Guard premises, where they organize a picnic for them in the sea on the boats. The Coast Guard patrols presentation were also made to the staff of the Sea Search and Rescue Operation Department to make them aware of the seaside assistance work regularly carried out by Djibouti Coast Guards. Within the framework of the schools for the project, the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Mustafa launched this morning the occasion of the launching the activities of a day dedicated to hygiene in government schools. The Ministry of National Education and Training chose several titles for this day dedicated to cleaning schools, including protecting and preserving the environment, deepening also the national and civic values, and finally schools' health and the prevention of the pandemic of coronavirus. Parents of students, teachers, and many volunteers who came to help clean up operation educate students about ways to prevent the COVID-19 pandemic and raise awareness of civic values, participated in the activities of this day dedicated to cleaning schools. A delegation led by the Secretary General of the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training made an inspection to see closely the proper functioning of these activities, which includes the school's environment and the capital. The delegation include many high-level personnel from the Ministry of National Education, and during the environment delegation visit to the schools where these cleaning activities were launched. They were warmly welcomed by the official of these government schools. During this occasion, the national attend was then cleaning operation began. The official urged the students and their parents, but also the teacher, to display the values of citizenship by ensuring the cleanliness of their schools. The Djibouti Football Association organized today, Saturday, its regular annual general meeting in the presence of the sports director Abshir Ali Hassan, the president of the Olympic Committee, Mr. Ali, and all items of the agenda were unanimously approved, including the financial report, the audit report, as well as the estimated budget for 2022. Speaking on this occasion, the president of the upcoming Djibouti Football Association congratulate the clubs for their commitment and continue dedication to the success of the football seasons despite of context of the COVID-19 pandemic. The president of the federation called on club to work together for the development of national football and called for the participation approach and collective mobilization in order to pursue the support development program in Djibouti. In his speech, the number of one of the national football extended his warm congratulations and thanks to His Excellency President Gele, all the members of the government and the country's First Lady, Ms. Khadra Mohammed Haid, as well as all the sponsors for the effort of the national football team. At the end of the work of the General Assembly, preside of the various federations express their unwavering support for the president of the federation. They also praise the wonderful work done by the federation since the arrival of Mr. Suleiman Hassan Waberi as president of the federation. The delegate ministry responsible for decentralization has organized awareness and information mission about decentralization process to the interior region, especially to Tajura region. This awareness campaign aims to inform the local population about the rules of actors in the promotion of decentralization process, such as institution of local development, cooperation, regional development, and regional councils about the country, as well as a presentation of the FAIR program. These workshops are led by a team from the delegate ministry in charge of decentralization, consisting of fully permanent personalities such as Mr. Fahmi Ahmed. This mission will be placed during the month of December. The team will travel to the city of Tajura and various sub-districts of Tajura region. As an extension of his effort to bring health service and medical care closer to the resident of the interior region and remote village, Al Rahma International Hospital carry out a specialized medical convoy to the capital to the region of Arta. The activities of the convoy were held in the regional hospital in Arta, in the presence of the head of local council and the deputy governor of the region of Arta, as well as senior officials from the World Mercy in Djibouti, including the regional director of the World, Mr. Abdul Qani, and the deputy director of the hospital, in addition to the project manager, but also the project supervisor of this region, with the participation of the Director General of the International Mercy Office in Turkey. It is not worthy that the organization of this medical convoy is part of the effort of Al Rahma Hospital care, development, and complex aim at keeping peace with the effort of Djiboutian government led by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, to provide specialized medical care to citizens, especially residents of the interior region, such as Arta country. The medical convoy, headed by the Deputy Director of the hospital, especially said, including 5 especially pandemic orthopedic general surgery, in addition to the internal medicines and the ophthalmology, according to those in charge of the charitable project case that require completions of the examination. Surgical intervention are also decided to be transferred to Al Rahma Hospital in Belbela. The Deputy Director of Al Rahma Hospital, Dr. Muhammad Alam Al Din, and the Regional Director of Al Rahma International expressed their sincere thanks and appreciation to the Ministry of Health for the necessary facilities for coming in Arta region and providing this medical care in this remote area. In the context of combating drug and cat smuggling in Ali Sabih region, detachment of the National Police in cooperation with the customs officer arrested a large quantity of cat smuggled from Ethiopia near the Galilee border area. The confiscated goods consist of 8 bags of 700 kilogram of smuggled cat. The police and customs official who helped make this operation a success burn all the goods that have been captured at the site in accordance with the laws enforced in the country. This quantity was transferred to the customs elements and burned at the site in the presence of the head of customs elements in Ali Sabih region. And now moving on to the international scenes about COVID-19 in Rwanda, the vaccination passing mandatory on public transport since 20 December. The vaccination pass has been compulsory on public buses in Kigali. This measure adds to the list of restrictions already in force in the country against COVID-19. From now on, it is necessary to travel with the certificate providing and having received at least 2 doses of vaccine. Since the start of the coronavirus pandemic, Rwanda has implemented some of the strict contamination measure on the continue and reduce system of testing and contact tracing data from Rwanda Biomedicals Councilors for 90 December showed that more than 7,000 people had received the first doses and more than 5,000 had received both injection. For the booster doses, people have already been registered. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.